Welcome to Part 3 of the Success Toolbook workshop.
The success square is designed to provide a visual of how success develops. All students have interests and are curious about many things. The student often moves from their curiosity, interest directly into an application without ever thinking about what it takes to succeed at whatever they are interested in doing. This has led to many students feeling hopeless, viewing themselves as failures, disappointed, lacking motivation, dropping out of school, quitting jobs, and/or leaving their dreams behind. The success square walks you through the 5 major points of how success develops. All these points are necessary for long-term success. Point 1 shows success begins with a sound support system. If students have a good support system, their chance of succeeding is much higher. Those in the support system are encouraging, helpful, and loving towards the student as a whole person with overall success in mind. Although many different types of people may support them, the most typical components to a sound support system would be family members, friends, teachers, mentors, counselors, and coaches. Point 2 is the student's curiosity and interests. The student could have experience in these areas, but no professional experience. The possible areas of interest and curiosity could relate to the student's future education, career, or lifestyle goals. Students should be encouraged to dream as big as they want and can. There is no limit. At this point, we are not concerned with the reality of the dream or the morality of the dream. That will be addressed in the next point. Point 3 is the essential aspect to success and the most neglected. This is where students take their curiosity and interest to the next level, inquiring into the reality of success. Multiple areas could be examined here, but we will only address a few. Regardless, the student must either reject them or embrace them. Effort. How much effort will it take to become successful in any particular interest? Discipline. What type of discipline is required to succeed in any particular interest? Cost. What is the cost of pursuing any particular interest? The cost could include money, relationships, time, beliefs, or various other things that need to be sacrificed to succeed at any specific interest. Intention. Will any particular interest take much intentionality or little intentionality? Meaning, does the desired outcome of any specific interest happen more naturally, or will it take more intentional effort? Ability. Is the student able to be successful in any particular interest? Contrary to popular belief, we cannot do whatever we want or be anything. Physical laws and limitations, practical laws and limitations, scientific laws and limitations, religious laws and limitations, and many other things stop us from doing whatever we want. Not everyone who intends to be president can be, for example. They are limited based on whether they are voted in and other prerequisites. There is nothing wrong with pursuing this, but if we believe we can be president when we do not meet the requirements or are not elected, feeling like a failure is the only option. Pursuing the possibility of being the president is, however, a possibility. Another example, no matter how hard I try or the amount of effort I put into it, I will never be able to fly outside of being inside or on some sort of flight apparatus or having some device connected to my body. Students must understand this principle if they are going to succeed as a whole person. Success is limited to the willingness, ability, and possibility within the context. Willingness. Is the student willing to do what they discovered while inquiring? If a student does not have the ability or is unwilling to do what it takes to be successful, they need to throw that dream out the window and continue doing so until they find one in which they are able and willing to do what it takes. People have incredible capabilities and can achieve more than we can even imagine. But if they are unwilling to do the required tasks or pay the required cost, nothing is possible, not even failure. Failure too has a cost to be counted, and a person needs to be willing to pay it. Point 4 is where commitment and application come into play. Now that we have counted the cost and are willing, able to do what it takes, we can begin pursuing our dream. Write down a plan for how you will achieve the necessary actions, finishing an assignment, graduating, finishing a project, getting a job, etc. Create a schedule that allocates time for study, work, family, and social activities. Prioritize. Prioritize based on the following criteria: important and urgent, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, neither important nor urgent. Important and urgent are those things that need to be done and need immediate attention. Important but not urgent are those things that need to be done but do not need immediate attention. Urgent but not important are those things that need immediate attention but does not need to be done. Not important nor urgent are those things that do not need to be done and do not need immediate attention. This must be viewed within context. Support system. Work with your support system, parents, friends, teachers, mentors, pastors, community leaders, etc. Time. Use your time wisely. Work ahead. Work ahead on your assignment or project if you will be busy. Connect. Connect with those who are successful in your area of interest. Physical activity. Stay physically active. Sleep. Get the proper amount of sleep. Education. Continued education based on your interest, college, tech school, certification courses, conferences, seminars, YouTube, TED Talks, etc. Transportation. Make sure you have reliable transportation, your own vehicle, a reliable person to drive you, or public transportation. Tools. Have the proper tools for the project or activity. Finances. Make sure the necessary finances are accessible. Inform. Inform those close to you that you are pursuing something, asking them to respect the time needed for study, work, and other commitments. Help. Ask those around you for help. Point 5 is what we hope to achieve. Different people define success differently, but there are some universal principles to achieving success in general. We should not look at success as having things, but instead, we should look at success as who we are becoming as a person and how we are applying what we have been taught by using our gifts and talents. The following are some universal defining aspects of general success. How is success defined and achieved? Set success goals. Be specific with your goals and dreams. What type of degree or job? What company or school? What type of work? What industry? What topic of interest? What car? What house? What type of person do you want to be? Who do you want to reflect, etc. Be proud of what you have accomplished. Knowing that you have helped others. Using your gifts and talents. Applying what you have been taught. Success is shaped by your support system. It begins with curiosity or interest, which naturally leads to inquiry. At this stage, you must weigh the effort required, the discipline needed, the cost involved, and your true intention. From here, a choice emerges: reject or embrace. If you reject the inquiries, it remains a passing interest. If you embrace, commitment follows. Commitment is where application begins and fulfillment takes root. This is the turning point, where interest becomes action, and action becomes success. This pattern holds true for success in any area of life. Take a moment to reflect on the following questions and write down some of your answers. Now that you have learned what success is and what must be done to reach success, go out and achieve your dreams. Congratulations! This concludes the Success Square lesson for the Student Success Square course. Thank you for participating.